Hey everybody, great to see you again. This is our second appearance here. We were here last year as well, and we always welcome this opportunity to spread our message of safety with you. So thank you to Mac, and thank you to Joe, and for the group travel family in general for this opportunity to share with you again the important message of safety that we want to bring with you today. We don't have a product and we're not going to sell you anything. What we have is already out there for you and it's absolutely free. So we'll start by telling you a little bit about who we are, what we do, what the topic is, what's at stake is really on the top of the agenda. We're going to tell you that it's safety, of course. We are the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, emphasis on the word safety. And then finally on the agenda, we're going to help you understand what you need to do. And that, of course, is to choose safe buses and charter carriers when you plan these excellent events. Let's talk a little bit about that. You spend a lot of time and great effort into planning these great events and conferences that you want your delegates to attend. And our message for you today is to think about what things you might do and to devote a little bit of that time and energy into coming to our website, researching some of the carriers that you're thinking of hiring so that you can make an informed decision about the safety of these organizations that you want to consider hiring. We talk a lot about planning, and the safety considerations or potential hazards are the part that we want you to think about. There are a lot of things to think about. Insurance, the safety rating. Do they even have operating authority? If they have insurance, is it the amount that's within the legal requirements? Do their drivers have CDLs and the proper endorsements, and how are they maintaining those vehicles that you're going to be placing passengers onto and entrusting lives with? So we talk a little bit about who we are and what we do. We're the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. We're an operating agent of the United States Department of Transportation, so your tax dollar is already paying for the benefits of the information that we're collecting for you out there. I'm going to tell you a little bit about how we do that, where to go to find it, and how that's going to benefit you as a planner. Our mission is to prevent crashes, injuries, and fatalities. And we have the regulatory authority over a number of different operations like freight, hazardous materials, household goods, but our most precious commodity are passengers, okay? So how do we do it? What we do is we have a simple tenet called compliance, safety, and accountability. Our compliance requires that carriers meet certain federal standards, and they must comply with those standards and apply to our agency to receive interstate operating authority. We raise the bar to entry because we want to ensure that they understand that going into it, that they know what the regulations are, where to find them, that they're available to their drivers and everyone involved in their carrier operation. All right, and then we, of course, write regulations, and the safety regulations are an integral part of what we do. At the behest of Congress, we are creating safety regulations that these organizations must follow. And beyond just providing it to them, we hold them accountable to maintain those standards. And for those who are unable to do that or unwilling to do that, well then unfortunately their authority to conduct interstate operations is removed until such time as they can take care of those issues. And we're there to help them understand it. All right, so we visit the carrier operation itself, and they end up with a safety rating. The safety rating is one of three types. Either they're satisfactory, conditional, or unsatisfactory. If they're satisfactory, hey, everything's going great. They've got adequate safety controls in place, and they're engaging in their operations from everything we can see safely. There's a conditional rating. That means that it's inadequate safety controls, but there haven't been any specific violations that would constitute losing or revoking that authority. And then finally, the hammer, which we hate to use, is the unsat rating. And that is when a carrier is prohibited from conducting operations. If you have a carrier and you see an indication, once we show you how to find this, and you see that that indication is unsat, let us know if they are still offering to provide transportation services to you, because frankly they're prohibited. They've got some issues that need to be taken care of, and we're there to help them do that, but they're not authorized to conduct interstate operations and sometimes intra-state operations until those issues are resolved. Okay, beyond just the visiting of the carrier itself, we also work hand in hand with law enforcement, both state and federal enforcement. So we talk about, and you may have seen it, roadside inspections. You might have seen a big rig pulled over. Maybe you've even seen a motor coach pulled over. You might have seen instances where we're conducting our inspections at a destination point, such as a fairground or park or somewhere where the passengers are unloaded and we have time to look at that vehicle and the driver and its records. Sometimes that can mean that the vehicle and maybe the driver are placed out of service. Not necessarily the whole operation, but that particular driver or the records or that vehicle, something about it is so dangerous that we simply can't let it go back on the road. They probably have to get another vehicle from their fleet to finish the rest of the trip back. And then within that, what we call the safety measurement system are the basics. And you know, the federal government speaks in acronyms a lot, and it helps us, and hopefully you too. BASICS really stands for Behavior Analysis and Safety Improvement Categories. We put them into roughly 7 categories, okay? And it's sort of their scorecard, if you will. If you were to go on the website and see these things, it would give you kind of a heads up of how they're doing. Maybe you want to know about how they're doing in terms of unsafe driving. The crash indicator, the vehicle maintenance. Our illustration here, for example, shows vehicle maintenance is at a yellow cautionary level. Well, that means they've had enough issues within a 24-month period of time to require some form of intervention. That could be a letter, it could be an inspection of the vehicle and or the carrier operation. But suffice to say, these are the ways in which the carrier's ratings are kept track of, and they're designed to help not only that carrier, but you as consumers. And that's why it's publicly available on our website to give you an idea. If you're comparing different carriers, you get an idea of what they might look like in terms of their safety or basic ratings. All right, so we talked about what you need to do. Well, you need to go online or come and use the mobile app. We'll show you how that's done. I have an associate with me today, Brian Ronk. He's in our outreach division. Hey, Brian. And we have a booth right over here on the right, the first one on the right. And we have all kinds of information. We have the QR upload. This is free for your mobile device. You can use it on Android, things that start with an I. Or you can come to our website and get the information there too. You would go to the consumer part of our website. A couple instant and quick clicks take you right to this area I was telling you about that shows you the safety ratings. Gives you an overview of the organization, lets you punch in the name of the carrier or the DOT number. Pretty convenient. You should know that information, of course, when you're coming to search for a carrier. And the resources that are available include all of those that allow you to see the safety rating. They would allow you to upload the apps for your mobile device. A little closer look at what that page will do. On a single page, when you get there, you get a chance to see what the carrier is, their address, the number of vehicles in their fleet, if you're looking for a fleet that's large enough to accommodate a huge crowd or whatever it might be. This will help you do that. You can see their rating, whether they're satisfactory, conditional, or unsat. And you can see their insurance. and whether they have it and enough to the day. Okay, on the right, click there. It'll take you right to our insurance page. This particular carrier was required to have 5 million. Well, they're adequately covered. They have 9. I don't know if you can see that. But this is the kind of thing to the day that you can check on these carriers so you can know the day going in what their insurance rating might be. You can do the same on the mobile app. I'm going to quickly fly through this. We are here to answer your questions about the specifics, but know that if you uploaded it, it would give you that feature. I'm being informed I've just run out of time. So what I want to do here is just show you that, yeah, you can research carriers. Be careful. The names of carriers can be very similar, but their ratings can be very different. So we want you to be aware of that. More about that later, but there's the basics demonstrated there. We're here to help you and answer your questions. Please stop on by. Be sure to give us a visit. Look before you book. Every trip, every time. Got a free little 2-minute movie for you that kind of summarizes things, and I really do appreciate your help and your attention today. Thank you.
When you're planning a bus trip, you choose a great destination and exciting activities. Your passengers look forward to a relaxing ride and an affordable travel option. But whether you're a travel planner or chartering a bus for sports activities, whether you're traveling by bus for a field trip or booking for a special group activity, planning your own road trip, or a weekend trip, passenger safety is the most important part of any trip. Luckily, it's fast and easy to learn more about bus safety online at FMCSA's Look Before You Book page. You'll find safety tips and information, convenient apps to research bus operators, and information on reporting safety violations. Online, you can search by bus company name or DOT number. And the Safer Bus mobile app lets you take this research on the road. Both tools let you check for legal bus operation and safety history, like company records, drug testing, and vehicle maintenance. Think safety first. Take a minute and look before you book your next trip. Have a great time and stay safe out there.